Hey guys, Adam Winch here with Defenders USA. I'm driving through flat Texas right now. Lots of windmills and flatness. A lot of corn, something, and cows. So anyways, the reason I'm doing this video here is for the Defenders USA Facebook group, or the Defenders USA alumni Facebook group. There's a lady in there that asked a question, Liz Ann. She'd asked, I'm not used to carrying gun, defensive life, right? Daily carry, out and about when I go. Just go places. It's not her habit. She's not done that for a while. She's not comfortable with it. It's kind of awkward, and just asking how to become more comfortable with it and how to do so. So there's been a bunch of really good answers. In fact, Dakota got on there and she gave one of the best, most comprehensive answers I've seen in a long time by somebody, and it was just truly impressive. So if you're not a part of the Defenders USA alumni Facebook group and you've graduated from something with Defenders USA, please go to that Facebook group, join it. You're going to have to answer a couple of different questions. If you don't answer the questions, we're not going to let you in. So you got to answer the questions. But once you're in there, there's some pretty good stuff or content that comes out of there now and then. And it's really a community for people who are alumni or alumnus of Defenders, and you just want to post something in there. I don't know, sell your cats on there for all I care. Do whatever you want. It's as long as it's respectful and kind and clean. It's a community page for all of us. It's not just gun and gun only. And it's not just for, say, me or for others with Defenders, instructors, Defenders to post there. It's for you. It's for all of us, the Defenders USA alumni. So anyways, Liz asked about, hey, what about carrying a gun just in my daily life? It's just kind of odd and awkward. Again, like I said, Dakota's answer was really, really good in there. And here's, I guess, how to respond to it. For me, it came down to a personal decision that I didn't want to outsource my violence to, say, the local cop. Here in America, we're a pretty safe country. And for the most part, right, we got cops running around with badges who, if we really need help, we jump on this horn to 911 and the cops show up to help us. The problem with that mindset or that idea is that the cop is almost never there, right? Police officer for a long time, over a decade. It was extremely rare that I was there at the moment when bad things happen to people. Yeah, I might have caught a crime in progress when I was out specifically looking for it, or just dirtbags, right? They're kind of dumb, and they happen to commit one right in front of me. But it's very, very rare they commit one right in front of a cop. Therefore, they wait till there's no cops around, and they purposely select their victims, isolate them if they can, select their victims, and they take care of whatever they want to do by snatching your stuff, victimizing you, and then usually running off. And therefore, because the cop's not there, if you're going to engage in any type of violence to defend yourself or those you love, you're the one that's got to do it, because the cop can't be there. The cop's not going to be there. The cop's not going to be there. You got to take care of yourself. So I see carrying a gun in defense of life, for me, as a legal, ethical, and moral obligation. It's a duty, not just to myself, but also to my family. Tom Givens talked about in his course this last weekend how back in the day, right, 40s, 50s, 20s, 60s, 1800s, how in America it was just known as an honor-bound thing that you be able to protect yourself and those you love. It was your duty. That's what you did. And he talked about how the vast majority of Americans, especially the men, tended to carry a gun in their pocket or something because it is your job. It's just your job. It's your responsibility to carry a gun in defense of life. Therefore, a lot more people are carrying guns nowadays because for some reason we have surrendered our responsibility to local law enforcement to protect us. There's still a lot of people that do not carry guns. In fact, in the gun world, I'd tell you, of the people that have concealed carry permits, and this is just a quick estimate on my part, probably only 5 or 6%, maybe 10% at best, of people who actually have a concealed carry permit honestly and earnestly actually carry a gun daily. Here's the deal. You are responsible for your own protection. And by you protecting yourself, you're also preserving you for those who love you, for those who need you, right? Your kids, your husband, your wife, your family, your parents. You're preserving you for them. Also, if you need to pull that gun in defense of life, you are responsible for their own defense, right? If you're the one who's decided to carry a gun or have a gun in defense of life, I think it should be on your person. If you leave your home, you step out of your house to go check your mail, you should have a defensive gun or weapon on your person, because it's your responsibility. Now, just my thought on it, but I think that, yeah, it's your responsibility. You should do that. I tend to have very little sympathy for the folks who have concealed carry permits or carry guns or have guns, and then they go somewhere without that gun. They become the victim of violence, and really they just forfeited on the fight. And then they, the whining, the gnashing of teeth that, oh, I'm a victim, evil came to visit. Hey, you had a gun, you didn't carry it that day, that's your fault, right? Evil's going to attack you whether you have a gun or not. But not being able to have the tools for defense, or more importantly, having the mindset for defense, that's your responsibility. Trying to wait for the cops to come to you for you to outsource violence to them to protect you, to me, is just a bad choice, and I think it's actually an irresponsible thing. If you're responsible enough to own a gun, in our society, you should be responsible for your own safety and the safety of others. Now, so for me, this came down to a personal decision. It's uncomfortable to carry a gun, right? When I first started carrying a gun, it's a little bit different. It's odd, right? You feel like people are looking at you. You got to start thinking about your clothing, gear, how to train from pulling from concealment. And those are all hard and uncomfortable decisions at first, but it's a necessity, in my opinion. And if it's a necessity, in fact, I'd call it a duty for you to do so, it is also your duty to thoughtfully equip yourself to where you can do it with the most amount of comfort while also being able to defend yourself. Understand, if you get something, get something, you're going to give up something. So you're going to give up a little bit more of a loose or lackadaisical lifestyle by carrying a gun. You got to give up something, right? Because you've gained something. You're carrying a gun. So you need to find the best gear out there for you, right? I'm a big proponent of Haven Defense Company, right? Haven Defense CO out of Colorado, run by Brent Hickman. He makes phenomenal holsters, right? I'm a big proponent of the Philster, P-H-L-S-T-E-R, Philster. The Philster chassis system that goes for guns, right? And you can take a Philster holster and put it on their chassis system. You can take one of Brent Hickman's Haven Defense CO holsters and put it on there. That's what I have on my Philster system. And now this is a system, a holstering system you can wear, naked, right? You don't need belts and belt loops and all this stuff to put this thing on. You can wear it in your leggings, ladies, right? You can wear it in your beach shorts, dudes, or you can wear it with, well, like I said, naked. And it's a great little system to where it makes life a lot more comfortable and easy and very concealable for a handgun. In fact, I carry a full-size H&K handgun, a duty type of handgun, and I'm able to conceal that thing away with a Philster system and one of Brent Hickman's holsters, and nobody even knows I have that big old hunk of gun that has both an optic on it, and I even carry a light on my gun. I'm able to conceal that thing very well. But you also got to learn to train, pull that thing from concealment, and develop the confidence that, one, you're good with the gun. Two, you're able to get that gun out easily, adequately, and with convincing speed, right, from concealment in a comfortable system that's out there for you. And it just comes down to a choice, a lifetime choice of deciding, okay, I'm going to carry a gun. I'm going to carry a gun concealed for the defense of life because I have a duty to myself, to my loved ones, to my community, to before my God, to be my own defender. Once you made that decision, you just make that honest heart set decision. Once you've decided, carrying that gun becomes just easy. It just does. When you're not really committed to it, it stays hard. It's an uncomfortable thing. But once you've committed to carrying gun defensive life, because you realize in the context of reality, you are your own defender. You are the defender of those you love. And it's your duty, obligation to do so. It's your moral responsibility. Once you've made that decision, you're going to not outsource your violence anymore. You're going to prepare yourself to be your own defender. You're going to get the right gear, the right training, develop your confidence and ability with those things, and you're going to carry that gun. You're going to just carry it. You're just going to get carried. Once you realize, okay, I'm going to give up stuff, maybe a little bit of comfort. Maybe I've got to have a slight wardrobe adjustment. Maybe I've got to buy certain gear that's a little bit more expensive than the average crap that you find on the shelf stores, or the store shelves in the average gun stores or Cabela's and wherever else. And you get the quality gear that's out there, you'll find that decision, it becomes cemented because you have comfortable gear, easily concealable, hopefully with a reliable gun, and just as, if not most importantly of all, you've gotten realistic good training. By the way, we do that at Defenders USA. We will get you realistic training, help you develop skill, so that you have confidence in your skill, confidence in your gear, confidence in your ability to pull that gun in defensive life, and confidence in understanding the laws of your area so that you know when you should and shouldn't use that gun. And once you've made all those decisions and made those preparatory steps, taken those preparatory steps, then suddenly it becomes a whole lot easier to carry that gun. So, in response to what you'd asked, Liz, and your excellent question in the Defenders USA alumni Facebook group, I think it comes down to those many things. So to reiterate, get good quality gear, get a good quality gun, get quality realistic training, and develop your skill and confidence with that from concealment. Understand you will give up some comfort in your daily lifestyle by carrying gun, because at first it is uncomfortable, but determine to do it, commit in your heart to do so, and once you've done that, you've carried it safe for at least 3 weeks. At least three weeks. I promise you that it's going to become a lot easier for you to carry that gun. In fact, it'll become like a piece of clothing to you, that when you don't have it, you're going to feel awkward, weird. In fact, you're going to feel naked. I got in a hurry the other day and I jumped out somewhere real quick, and I went somewhere real quick, and it was fast, and I didn't even realize I didn't have my gun on me. I've only done that maybe 3 or 4 times in my entire gun career. But once I realized where I was at, that I didn't have my gun on me, I just felt naked. I completed my task. I kept my eyes about me. I had other defensive tools on me, like pepper spray and a knife, and really more importantly, my brain, right? My awareness of my surroundings and my thoughtfulness to what I was doing. But not having that gun it felt weird and awkward. So I hope that someone answers the question. Make the commitment. Just make the commitment. Get all the right stuff, get all the right training, make the heartfelt decision, and just begin to carry. After 3 weeks, give it at least 21 days. After 3 weeks, it'll become comfortable. You'll forget it's even there. In fact, I'm one of those guys that I've carried so much, I have to sometimes reach down and touch the area of my gun just to verify, yeah, I even got a gun there, because sometimes I don't even know it's there. But touch, you'll just get to that point. So I hope that answers the question. I'm traveling and watching flatness of Texas, and I just moved into New Mexico. I love America, but going into these states with a lot less freedom, like New Mexico, it's kind of weird. Leaving Texas, boy. Ooh, Arizona. Oh. So now in New Mexico, I'm going to be traveling through New Mexico. So I'm just watching that. So maybe as I drove, rambled a little bit here, but I wanted to get through the message. Liz Ann, great question. Glad you're beginning to think this way, and proud for you. And for those of you, Alex and Nicholas and Dakota and all those who are answering, thank you. Dakota, yours was as elegant as I've seen. It was just so well said. And thank you so much. You guys take care. See you later.